Hello everybody, welcome back. Simslife here with another video. And in this video, I thought I would just go over some of the basics of Blender for when you're posing. I mean, this isn't going to be, I'm not going to make a pose here at this point in time. I think maybe sometime in the future I might do a pose in real time. It would be very basic, very simple, because that's why a lot of people speed them up, because they just take so long to do. So I figured I would throw my sim into Blender and just start going through some of the basics, that might be helpful to people when they are posing. So before I do anything, I figured the best thing to show you is go to File, go to User Preference, and go under Input. You get the interface editing input. And this is probably going to be disabled for you if you've never been in here. And check Emulate Number Pad, and then save user settings. And what that does is it allows you to use your number keys on your keyboard and not just on your number pad. But the number 1 is the front view. Number 2 will rotate this way. You could always put them right back by hitting number 1. 3 is side view, and if you hit Control 3, you'll get the other side. Number 4 will rotate. 5 is perspective. 6 will rotate the opposite way. 7 is top view. Control 7, bottom view. 8 will rotate the opposite way. 9 is the back view. So those are the numbers 1 through 9. And then when you click on a point, it turns blue. When R is for rotation, G is grab, so you'll be able to grab and kind of pull. One of the first things I do when I get into Blender is you click on a point, double tap A, so that way everything is highlighted, hit I, and then you hit lock rod. And what that does is it pulls up all the bones here. On this, I already had them in because I was already in here messing around. And then you can see them. And then you could also click on them from here too, like if you want something in particular and you're having trouble getting that specific one. Like with the eyes, sometimes I have a hard time clicking on the eye, and I can just come right here and click it from there. And then you can hit R and then rotate it. Oh, and then if you hit Shift and your middle button, you can just kind of move them all over the place. Oh, also, like if you're getting this highlight around your sim, because this is the sim that I pulled out from the game, this arrow right here will lock it. Then you can just kind of rotate them with your holding your middle mouse scroll wheel. Let's see. Another thing that I kind of find helpful, sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. If you, like right here, you see a plus sign, you can click that and it'll pull out your sidebar here with your rotations and stuff. You can toggle that on and off with the N key, and we'll toggle it on and toggle it off. And from this window here, you can go down to, I already have it on, display here, because it might be closed when you first open it up, but I had it on before. But if you go down to display and you click the arrow, you can toggle quad view, and then you can do different things. And all you have to do is just hover your mouse over it, and it will activate that box automatically. Like if I come to here, and I click on the arm joint to rotate it, it's only going to go one way because he's locked in one position. So if I want to like move it back and forth, I would have to come over to hover over this box, hit R. Now we can rotate it. And then this one, this one's like the same one as this. It just goes on the XY axis. And then this one is the top view, so if I hit R, I'm only going to rotate it. So sometimes this can be helpful. Oops, not too much. But you can move it side to side here, back and forth on this one, and then rotating it here. And you can always see what it's doing over here. So that one kind of helps. You can toggle quad view on and off if you don't want it at any particular time. Just toggle it off. Okay, so here you have the root bind. The root bind says right here. It'll always tell you what you are clicked on. So if we click on the root bind, this is what allows you to move your sim anywhere you want. If you hit the G key, you can grab them, just kind of move them all over the place. Hit R, you can rotate them all over the place. So over here we have, these are locks. Everything is unlocked at the moment, so you can do anything. You can put them anywhere you want, rotate them any which way, it doesn't matter. So one thing I like to do is when I get them into a position, into an area that I want him to stay, what you can do, click on the root bind and just hit all these locks here. And now, doesn't matter what you hit, he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be stuck in that position. You can pose around it. Like you can do everything else. You can pose everywhere else. But he just won't go anywhere, so you can't accidentally. And it's good for like, couple poses too. You can just lock them both into place and just pose around. And then unlock it as, and then you can unlock it as you need it. Like this is for the rotation. So if you don't want them to rotate, just keep all these locked here. And like just say you only want to move them side to side, just unlock it, the Z axis, and you're only going to be able to move them side to side. And you can just slide them over a little bit. Okay, and then if you only want to move them front and back, you can unlock the Y, and now he's only going to go front back. It doesn't matter. You can't rotate them. So that can come in very handy for certain situations. And they only lock on an individual basis. Like even if I click here, it's still unlocked. You would have to, like if you just want the leg to move at all, then you would just have to click on the leg and lock them all. Alright, so let's go into like finger posing. Because these can be a really big pain in the butt. So the best way to, like if you're going to, let's say you want to curl up the whole hand. What you're going to want to do is come on down here and check individual origins, so that way they'll all move the same direction. Hit the C key, and you see this little circle, it turns into like a paint key. Okay. First thing I want to do is click on a finger point. Now I will usually do the one closest to the thumb, so that way I don't paint any further. And then you get the C key, and then just left click, and like you're painting. Hover over the dots. And to get out of it, you either can hit escape or just click anywhere. And then you can come down here, and this opens up the circle thing that you can, makes it just easily grabbing. And then they'll just all move together, in one motion. If you click on any other point, you'll get out of that. And then you can do the same thing with the eyes. Not with the paint tool. But you can go to like, here, let's just do the eyes real quick. Okay, so we can click on like the left eye, and then if you shift click, or if you hold shift, you can click on the right eye, and now they're both selected. And you can just, no, I wouldn't do it too far, but they'll move the same direction. And you can looking up, oops, not too far. Looking down, looking up. So that comes in handy for when you're doing the eyes. When you're doing the eyes, and definitely the fingers. The fingers are a big thing. I hate fingers. I'm really bad at trying to do them individually. So then you got this here. You can check them both at once. Here, put them. And this is the squint. And I put the arrow on, so that way I can, you can pull them up and down, because they don't really rotate. And then you can do here's one of the brows. Now the brows, you can hit R and you can kind of rotate them from side to side, depending on like what kind of facial expression you're doing. I'm not the greatest with facial expressions, so I'm still working on that. Or you can just pull them up, or you can pull them down, pull them up, and rotate them, and then it looks kind of like a sad expression. Let's see here. Trying to think of everything to go through. I think that's pretty much it for the basics here. So yeah, so this isn't really going to be a long video. I just kind of wanted to go through some of the basics before I did any poses, so that way you can see this, and you can kind of mess around with it on your own too. You know, knowing some of the basics, and you know, just seeing what kind of works for you. I think I'm gonna go through and try to decide what pose I want to do. It's just like I said, it's gonna be a basic pose. It's not gonna be anything fancy, and I can do one pose in real time. But I just warn you, it's probably gonna be a very long video. So I definitely don't mind doing it. You know, if anybody wants to see like how, you know, I guess it'd be nice to have like somebody doing like one pose in real time. I guess because most of them are sped up. For the longest time I was trying to find somebody doing a pose. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully I was able to help you out a little bit. Any questions, feel free to ask. If I know, I'll say it. And eventually here I will try to do one pose. So anyways, guys, you take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.